It recently occurred to me that I have never had an original thought in my entire life. Neither have you. Most likely, being almost certain that this topic must have been discussed. I did a search and found plenty. The question was, given all the billions of people who now and have ever existed, is it possible to have an original thought? Some brilliant guy stated one of the greatest truths in truth's history. He said, no matter what you say, do or think these days, someone somewhere in the past has thought about it or said it before, or it will be done so by someone else in the future. He called it the original thought theory. The theory is very true. So true I thought about it before a while back, but then discovered that it had been said already. The principle behind the theory is very simple. The world has been in existence for a long time now. Tons and tons of people have walked this earth. Mark Twain said, a favorite theory of mine, to wit, that no occurrence is sole and solitary, but is merely a repetition of a thing which has happened before, and perhaps often. It's just another way to say that everything we can think of, do or say has been said by probably an ancestor before, no matter how irrational you might think it is. I'll give you high-profile examples of the original thought theory in play. The Golden Rule. The greatest rule in human relationships is the Golden Rule. Thousands of sages, senseis, religious heads etc. have all talked about it. Simply put, it says do as you would like to be done. Prophet Muhammad said, your faith is incomplete until you love another as yourself. This concept's framework appears prominently in many religions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, Zoroastrianism, and the rest of the world's major religions. For example, Confucius said, never impose on others what you would not choose for yourself. In Ecclesiastes 1:9, it reads, that which has been is what will be, that which is done is what will be done, and there's nothing new under the sun. Once I got stoned and had too much to eat. Yes, that does happen. Instead of writing an awesome script, making a new never-seen video, I just thought about many things, most of no importance, and actually didn't follow through on any of my ideas. I just stuffed my face and pondered the universe. Remember when we thought about dreams and write it down was the recommended idea? I still don't have a pen or paper sitting by my bedside. A friend told me years ago he did sit out pen and paper, and one morning he looked, and he had during the night wrote down these words. Write it down. The original thought theory comes into play in many things, but mostly from the creativity part of our being. How about Sir Isaac Newton and the apple? Isaac Newton, renowned scientist, discovered gravity years ago. He was sitting down under an apple tree and blah blah blah. Unknown to him, in faraway Africa, people already discovered gravity. They said in their language what translates to, no matter how high anything travels, it'll still fall back to the ground. If only they explained theirs using a more scientific approach. There are 1,000 more examples of different occurrences. Some historical ones, some in our present day and time. So, the question is, are there any original thoughts? And the answer is yes and no. Yes, there are original ways to express thoughts, ideas, concepts and philosophies, but no, the actual subject that these thought, ideas, concepts and philosophies are based on, are not original. Think about the history of humanity on this planet. Think about the billions and billions of thoughts that human beings have had throughout history. What is the likelihood that you or I will actually have a truly original thought? A thought no other human being in the history of recorded time has ever thought. Even if I discovered a new and different way of thinking about something, it may be new and different for me, but can I know for sure that no one else has also thought about that same thing the same way I have? Of course, I can't. So, do I feel bad that I have never had an original thought and never will? No, not at all. I am happy that I possess the wherewithal to think rational thoughts, weigh the evidence, internalize other perspectives, and draw my own conclusions.